Where are you from? Did you get an education? What does education mean to you? In this documentary, we will look at 5 countries and the difference of gender in relation to getting an education. What impact does this have on the society? Let's explore.
In China, male youths from 15 to 24 years have the percentage of 99.7% who are educated, while the female youths who are educated from 15 to 24 years have the percentage of 99.6%. The men are still higher.
Education, of course, is important in China. It is as important as in every country. Education plays such an important role in a human being's development, as well as family, as well as for nation development. All right. So for China, I think if you look at China's education, probably you have to look at 2 categories, which is in cities, urban areas versus rural areas. So in urban areas, there isn't much difference between gender. So male, female, they are equal in terms of obtaining information, go to school. However, in rural areas, especially young children, okay, kids, say elementary school, in extremely poverty areas, such as the western part of China, a lot of young kids in mountainous areas, young kids, they cannot go to school, and then in particular, girls. The impact on society, economically, socially, culturally, that's enormous. Because, well, research has shown mothers are more important. Yeah. They actually, the difference between father and mother, whether a mother is educated, a father is educated, okay, the way they raise children, okay, makes a big difference. Okay. So if girls don't get enough education and they cannot go to college, then usually, of course, when they raise their kids, there's an impact. Okay. And then, of course, for themselves, when they look for jobs, okay, they cannot find good jobs. So it's like a one after another. All right. If you yourself are not educated, okay, not well educated, then you cannot find a good job, and then you cannot establish a very good family, and then you cannot educate your own kids well. When I was growing up, education was not allowed. Like reading a book was not encouraged. So it was a bad thing if you read, if you do things, if you try to learn. So you have to hide. You have to fight to do things that were forbidden. So it was really odd. Okay. However, my family was very supportive. So parents were, they had books and they were because for a few years there were no school. The whole country was shut down all the schools were closed because of the Cultural Revolution.
In Turkey, nearly 4 million Turkish women are illiterate, and this is just over 10% of female population. While female academics are well represented in Turkey at 38.7%, the report said men typically hold the higher education levels in university. Women make up to 5.2% of all rectors and 15.3% of all deans.
A big difference. The only difference is the school systems in Turkey. They have standardized tests where an individual has to take after high school, which determines the area that they will study in college. So it's not like here in America where we can, if we have a dream to become a doctor, we can fulfill that dream. If you don't score a certain number in mathematics or science or in bio, then you can't become a doctor. But it kind of depends on the region and the area in Turkey. So like bigger cities, you have more opportunities. Smaller cities, you have less.
In Nigeria, statistics show that of 774 million adults worldwide, 64% are women who are uneducated, and this is barely unchanged since the early 1990s. In regions where women have lower social status, many parents opt to send their girls to work in markets rather than to school. A lack of education inversely reduces a girl's chances of escaping poverty and has led to many girls becoming wives before their 16th birthday. Even the educated women suffer societal stereotype in certain occupations, and women have been forced to less paying jobs.
Presently in Nigeria, we have these trying to bring women into the society, and the reason is, they're trying to bring in women into the society and leave it at that. So for me, I think education is important. Basically, it's helping the economy. We have more women helping the men, and we have more women in high positions, and they're more effective thus far.
You get married to an uneducated woman?
No, I can't.
Why?
Well, in this century, it's not something any guy should think of to get married to a woman that's not educated. Because I feel when you're educated as a woman, you're smart, you won't be oppressed, you have a say of yours, and you'll be helpful to the man.
In Jamaica, male youth between 15 to 24 years are 92.9%, while female youth between 15 to 24 years are 98.5%. Although women are more educated than men, but are still paid less.
Education in Jamaica means a lot, because if you take your lesson in Jamaica and take it serious, when you come here, you could pass with flying colors. I would advise women to take education. If they can't get education, take a trade, learn something to edify themselves and to better their life.
In the United States, statistics show that women earn less than men, but are more educated. And this is ratio of 93 men to 100 women.
Education is very important. We actually have to teach our kids, we have to teach our kids what they know. We have to basically build a foundation for them so that they'll be able to know right from wrong and how to survive out here, because if they don't know how to read or write, then it's useless.
It doesn't matter where you're from, education is a major factor in forming a complete society. Gender and education varies from country to country and expands much further to the rest of the world. This study gave a brief insight to the opinions and views of one representative from the 5 countries, and there is always a different view. Think about your education and where you are from. What does education mean to you?